It is Wednesday, March 2nd, 2011, and this is the SC Center. What's going on, guys? JP McDowney here with Patrick O'Neill. We want to apologize first off that we did not do a show yesterday. It was quite a busy day for myself and Patrick, and things just didn't really line up with our schedules. So we do apologize. It's our first show. Hopefully it is going to be our last, but never really know with the day-to-day lives here. Anyways, there's so much going on this week, and there's only 2 tournaments going on, but with those 2 tournaments, there's actually a ton of matches. Why don't we start off with IEM Day 2, Group 2, which happened 2 days ago, and what happened in that group play, Patrick?
Absolute insanity. I'm sure everyone's heard about it by now, but to recap game by game real fast, Show took 2-0 over Phoenix, Squirtle went down 1-2 to Moon, Sock 1-2 to Moonglade. Moonglade won over Squirtle 2-0 in a big match. Show 2-0 over Sock, and then Moon 2-0'd Phoenix. Then Moonglade 2-0 over Show. There's a lot of games, man. Squirtle 2-0 over Phoenix. Moon 2-0 over Sock. Sake, whatever. Moonglade 2-0 to Phoenix. Sake 2-0 Squirtle in what would become a recurring theme. Moon 2-1 Show. Squirtle 2-0 Show. Moon 2-0 Moonglade. Sake 2-0 Phoenix. So what this meant was that the top of the group was Moonglade, and who was the first?
Moon. Moonglade, yeah.
Moonglade, and then third place. Sorry about that, guys. Just blanked out. Third place was a three-way tie between Squirtle, Show, and Sake. So the way they decided, the bright minds at IEM decided to break the tie was 2 players would play. Then the winner would play the next player, and the first person to win 2 games in a row was on. Easy, right? No, not so much. It took several hours. The arena closed down, like they were threatening to turn off the lights and stuff. The people were kicked out. It was great. It was absolutely insane to watch. But in the end, Sake beat Squirtle a bunch, and then he would lose the Show. It was ridiculous. But in the end, Squirtle finally beat them both after 4 rounds of tiebreakers, I believe 11 games, which is a lot of games. It may not sound like a lot, but it's a lot. It was pretty insane. It was pretty fun. I really did enjoy it. I think it was a big improvement over day 1, I have to say. A big step up for IEM, so good job to them for that. What did you think of the day?
It was a lot of action. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I was pretty tired by the time that kind of round-robin tiebreaker came along, and then it went on for 4 rounds. I almost left when I saw Squirtle beat. I was like, well, if he wins this, it could be over. We'll have to wait, and then he ends up winning, and it was pretty exciting stuff. It's good to see Squirtle moving on after not so much success in a lot of recent tournaments that he's been playing in, except for, of course, that GSL Team League, which people are still talking about today. And if you haven't seen that, go to gomtv.net, buy a Season 3 or Season 4 pass, or no, you just buy the GSL Team League pass, actually, for like $5. Watch that. It was actually incredible. Great games all around. But moving on to the quarterfinals, round of 8, day 1, which happened last night. We had Idra against Squirtle. Squirtle took him out 2-3. And then we had Moonglade versus Moro, which a best of 5 ZVZ. I got to say, I was watching GSL over that any day because it was pretty much the same thing every game. And I didn't find it too exciting, but the Idra Squirtle stuff was definitely exciting. Idra got a little bit unlucky with his positions on Shakura's Plateau, and Squirtle pretty much went Void Ray, I think, almost every game, and got the Death Ball up almost every game too. But Idra had some unique play in there. He utilized a lot of Hydra, Corruptor play and all that stuff. So they were good matches regardless, but Squirtle was able to eke out the win. What are your thoughts on the round of 8, day 1?
Pretty disappointed that Idra's out. I don't know. I did not get a chance to see the games today, which I know makes me a bad nerd. But I was pretty disappointed to hear that that Idra's out. But I mean, just based on the nature of Squirtle not doing well in Code A and then coming over here and really taking out Idra, it just furthers the theory in my mind that I have no idea what's going on in Starcraft as far as who's on top of who.
It's so bizarre. There's so many shocking results almost happening every day, but
every day
we'll have to see. I mean, it is still kind of early, so to speak, in the tournament scene in the grand scheme of things, as I think we're almost maybe a year into StarCraft 2, so maybe things will start evening out here as they do progress forward. But That means the semifinals will be going on tonight. We've got Ace versus Moonglade and Squirtle versus Moon. 3 Koreans taking three of the top 4 spots here at IM. I guess people kind of anticipated that. I'm not sure. I don't know if I did. I really expected Idra to win the entire thing. But the important part about that is if 2 StarTel members do make it into the finals, we might be able to bring you guys a live webcam show from the StarTel house in South Korea, thanks to Torch, who's going to possibly set that up. But I'll let you know more after tonight's games, and we might be able to bring you kind of a live cam as all the players watch the games there in the StarTel house, which you could find right here on justin.tv/itmejp. So we'll have to see. I'll update you guys. But there's a lot of GSL going on, so we're going to have to run through these brackets pretty quick. And we're actually going to bring up the brackets here. We've got Losira taking out August 2-0. Huck, I don't know how he did it. He lost the first game against Revival, won on Terminus, and then the Shakuras game, I don't even know what happened. It was actually retarded that Huck...
Revival's an idiot. That's my theory.
Why would you make Ultras
when
you see Immortals on the field?
He had Broodlord tech. He had like 8 Broodlords. Nah, fuck it. We're going Ultras. It just didn't make much sense to me.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, congrats to Huck, though. Of course, he's going to be moving on to the up and down matches. But really, I got to say, I'm sorry to hear that, Huck, because you have to play against some of the best players right now in StarCraft 2, at least past winners, that is, in the up and down matches. But moving right along, we had Virus taking out Gonzi 2-0, and Lenok Foyu taking out Coca, and then he crushed a Coke can or something like that after that match. There's GIFs out there on Reddit and Team Liquid. You guys can go and find them. I didn't find them for you guys today. Maybe I'll bring that for you tomorrow. But it was pretty hilarious. And the interview with Huck and John was actually really, really good, too. You guys need to go check that out over at gomtv.net. John also has the initials JP. He's trolling Huck. He's looking out for me. Thank you, John. Code round of 16, day 2 is going to be happening tonight. We've got Rain versus Destination, Alicia versus Cute, Supernova versus Alive, and Jobsu versus Sengho. That is 6 Terrans, 2 Protoss, no Zergs tonight. It's going to be a lot of, probably a longer day for Artosis and Tasteless and also GSL altogether with all those TVTs. TVPs don't seem to be that long, but 2 TVTs, 2 TVPs should be a lot of fun tonight. What happened in the round of 16, day 1 last night, Patrick?
Tragedy is what happened. But from the top, MC took out Nexbion 2-0. And MC's really on a tear lately, and people are wondering just how far he's going to go, which was an interesting change after the last GSL. GSL 4, I think people were a little disappointed with his performance, but he's back. Then Jinro fell 1-2 to Hung and Prime. Did you happen to catch that game?
Yeah, to me it really felt that Jinro was kind of playing out of his body. He's playing a lot different than what we've come to see from Jinro in recent Code S's. And he got close spawns on Metalopolis. I think